Okay, we did systems of equations with 2 equations, 2 variables. So now we have 3 variables, which means we need 3 equations. The process is still pretty much the same. That's why we're not going to do tons and tons of examples, but there are a couple little things that you have to pay attention to. So if I have 3 unknowns, then I have to have at least 3 equations. And I need to choose a variable to eliminate to begin with. It can be X, Y, or Z, but I can only use 2 equations at a time. And thank you. Thank you. I can only use 2 equations at a time, and I need to do the same variable from both equations. So I would, when you look up here to try to decide what you want to start with, if I look at my x's, I'd have to multiply all 3 equations by something to make them all be able to cancel out. It looks like y would probably be the easiest one to eliminate no matter which 2 that I choose. So we're going to group them together. Oops. We will group these 2 together. Oh my gosh, what the heck? There we go. These 2 together, there we go. We'll call this group A, and then these 2 together, and we'll call this group B. Okay. So I'm just going to rewrite my group A right here. And that's going to be 2x minus 6y plus 9 equals negative 8. And then that's 5x plus y plus 2z. Oh, that was a 9z. Oh my gosh. Lost my z there. 9z equals negative 8. 2z, and that equals 10. There we go. Okay, so I've just got just those 2 equations. If I want to get rid of y, then I can just multiply my second equation by what? 6, okay? So I'm going to multiply this equation by 6. So I'm just going to rewrite the first one, 2x minus 6y plus 9z equals negative 8. Then multiply every single term by 6. So give me 30x plus 6y plus 12z equals 60. Okay. We agree with that? Why do we multiply by 6? Because we want to eliminate that y term. And so I need these 2 to be the same number but opposite signs because we're going to combine them using elimination. It does not matter, but what I do these 2, I'm going to have to use the next on the other set. I need to do those 2 as well. So of these 2, I would think y, or when I use my set A, I would think y would be the easiest one. But no, it does not matter. You just pick whichever one you want to do is fine. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to combine them, and this is going to give me 32x. Then the y's 0 out, and then that's going to be plus 21z equals 52. Okay. Now I have two variables in that one equation there. So I just pause on that for a minute. Then I go and grab the set B, my other 2, and I'm going to rewrite those. 5x plus y plus 2z equals 10, and 3x plus y minus 8z equals negative 28. Now, I don't have to group them 1 and 2 together and 2 to 3. I could have like grouped these 2 and then grouped those 2. It doesn't really matter as long as, you know, you're just trying to make it easy on yourself here. So here, these are going to be pretty easy to knock something out. I can multiply one of the 2 equations by what? Negative 1. You want to do the first one or the second one? Second one, okay. Make that by negative 1. Okay, so then I'm just going to rewrite the first one. 5x plus y plus 2z equals 10. And then negative 3x minus y plus 8z equals 28. Okay. Everybody good with that? So then this is going to give me 2x, those 0 out, plus 10z equals 38. Okay. Any questions about any of those right now? Okay, so now I've narrowed it down. I did have 3 equations and 3 variables. Now I have 2 equations and 2 variables. Now of these two, I'm going to have to do the same thing, do elimination again. What do you think would be easiest to try to get rid of, x or z? Because I'm going to have to multiply at least one of the equations. I would say x, right? And we would multiply the second equation by what? Can I multiply this one by to get rid of x? Yeah, a negative 16, because I want my signs to be opposite, right? So I'm going to rewrite this one. 32x plus 21z equals 52. Then that'll give me a negative 32x minus 160z equals, and then 38 times, that'll be negative 608. And you can use your calculator to help you, manipulate the numbers, it's fine. So then those zero out, right? So I get negative 139z equals negative 556. Divide both sides by negative 139. Z equals 4. Any questions so far about where anything came from? You just have to do, it's just a longer process is all it is. Where did I lose you? Did I lose you somewhere? Okay. All right, so now I got to take this and substitute it back into one of these two to figure out what x is. Which one you want to substitute it into? The second one, I agree with that. So this is going to be 2x plus 10 times z equals 38. Get 2x plus 40 equals 38. 2x equals negative 2. X equals negative 1. Okay. So now I have my x and I have z. I need to figure out what y is, so I can substitute it into one of the original 3. Does not matter which one. Which one you want to use? 1, 2, or 3? 2? All right. So we'll do 5 times a negative 1 plus y plus 2 times 4 equals 10. That's negative 5 plus y plus 8 equals 10. Y plus 3 equals 10. Y equals 7. Lots of places to make mistakes, okay? Especially with signs and just multiplying wrong, adding wrong, things like that. Any questions about where anything came from? Jenny asked me a question, or did I lose you somewhere? Okay. And I know sometimes it's just because you're looking up and writing and you look down and you don't even know what the heck I just wrote. Any questions at all? Okay, so just to show you on this second one that it doesn't matter which ones we match up. And because the numbers are big, this is how I matched it up. And not because it's the only way or even that it's the best way, but the numbers are big and I have the numbers written down. So we're going to make this set A and this set B. Okay. And we are going to start by eliminating x. I think I was trying to force a couple things to happen here. So let's rewrite set A. So this will be x minus 5y plus 3z equals 39. And 2x minus 6y minus 5z equals negative 29. So if I want to eliminate x first, I can multiply which equation? The first one by what? negative 2. Okay. So this is going to give me negative 2x plus 10y minus 6z equals negative 78. And then just rewrite that second equation. Okay. Then you just combine them, right? And when you combine them, if something doesn't zero out, go back and reevaluate what you did, because it should. So these are going to zero out. So this gives me 4y minus 11z equals negative 107. And then we have to pause right there. Go grab the second set of our original ones. So here's what I would call set B, or whatever you want to call it. 3x plus 8y minus z equals negative 19. 2x minus 6y minus 5z equals negative 29. Okay. Now remember, you may think here that it would be easiest to eliminate z, which, you know, it's a matter of opinion, but probably, but you have to eliminate the same variable you eliminated in the first set. So I was trying to force one of these where we had to multiply by both things. So if I want to eliminate x, I can multiply the first one by what? Could I multiply the first equation by 2? Okay. And then the second one by what? Negative 3. Like one of them has to be negative, but it doesn't matter which one. So that gives me 6x plus 16y minus 2z is negative 38. Negative 6x plus 18y is 15z equals 87, I think. A question mark on it. Okay. Everybody understand where everything's coming from, right? All right. So then these are going to zero out again. So I'm going to get 34y plus 13z equals 49. All right, now none of those numbers are pretty, right? But everybody okay with, everybody here with me, right? I need to eliminate either y or z. But even with a calculator, still want to think about what would be easiest to do. And I think since z already has the opposite signs, that would probably be the best. Again, that's a matter of opinion. And you don't even have to get your least common multiple. If I want these two to match, I can just multiply this one by 13 and this one by 11. Right? You just multiply by whatever the other one is. So when we multiply this out, this will give us 52y minus 143z equals, and then 13 times a negative 107 is a negative 1391. Just giving them to you now because I'm pretty sure y'all can push the buttons on the calculator. Then 11 times 34, that's 374y plus 143z equals 539. Okay, so the numbers are big, but you can use the calculator. You'll be just fine. These zero out. So this will give me 426y equals negative 852. So after all that, y is equal to negative 2. Then I have to substitute y back into one of either my orange or my blue. I think orange probably looks a little bit nicer, right? So we'll do 4 times negative 2 minus 11z equals negative 107. It's -8. Okay, go ahead and you can finish that one up without me. All right, so that should give me -11z equals -99. So z equals 9. We agree with that? Yes? All right, so then I have z and y. I got to find x, so I got to put it back in one of these three. I would think the first one would probably be a good option. So x minus 5 times a -2 plus 3 times 9 equals 39. X plus 10 plus 27 equals 39. Did I mess it up? Oh. X plus 37 equals 39. X equals 2. Okay. What questions do you have? And if you're expected to put it in ordered, well, it's not ordered pair notation because it's not an ordered pair, but your order is X, Y, Z. So we could put it in 2, -2, 9 like that. I don't think you have to put it in that form for Delta Math, but just for you to understand it. Okay. What questions do you have? Okay, you have a total of 6 questions in Delta Math to work through these. And a few of them are a lot easier than this. The numbers aren't as big and things kind of zero out quickly. I just thought if we could do the more, if you could do the more complicated ones, you can do the easier ones.